Hi, welcome to the EV Puzzle. Today I thought I would do just a short video to talk about what is a negative subject in the media. There are quite a lot of fake news articles, biased negative articles out there telling you how bad electric cars are, especially how good petrol and diesel cars are, especially when refueling, because it only takes 5 minutes, doesn't it, to go to a petrol station, refuel, and then you can drive for another 400, 500, 600 miles. Well, my data that I collect for our electric cars and our solar energy, etc., that data showed me something really interesting the other day. In October, we drove 1,800 miles in our electric cars. And those 1,800 miles was a lot for us. We don't normally do that. So it's not a massive amount of mileage, but it's more than normal for us. And I started to think about how many times would we have visited a petrol station with those 1,800 miles. We were going backwards and forwards between Norwich and Grantham on a regular basis, and we also went on holiday. But in that electric car over the 1,800 miles, we only charged at a public charger once for 20 to 30 minutes. So is that so bad? Is one stop in 1,800 miles for 20 to 30 minutes. Our electric car is an older one, it's slower charging, hence it was 20 to 30 minutes. In a more modern one, it could have even been 10-minute stop. So I wanted to talk through that and the comparison to a petrol or diesel car. I remember the day when I had a diesel Clio, Renault Clio. It was a very economical car, 65 miles to the gallon, and if I squeezed it, I could get over 600 miles of range before filling up. Now, I didn't do it that often, obviously, because normally with a petrol or diesel car, you fill up when it suits you. You fill up when you see it slightly cheaper at another petrol station. There's always a queue for those, but you want to save the money, so you always fill up more. So probably every 300 to 400 miles is when we used to fill up, and that's a reasonable number. It's not excessive. Yes, you can be excessive and go 600 miles or more in a diesel and not fill up, but people generally don't do that. So the 1,800 miles, let's say 400 miles between fill-ups, let's be generous, then that's over 4 visits to the petrol station for 1,800 miles. And yet we only visited a public charger once. So the myth that you're standing there charging your electric car, waiting extra time on your journeys, just isn't true in real life. In real life, when you've got a driveway, when you're able to charge your car at home, you plug in every night and every morning it's magically filled back up again. Now I say magically because it's got some smart charging from Octopus Intelligent Go, the tariff that we use, but basically you just plug in and don't worry about it. It's all set up and it just works. So why would you want a petrol or diesel car and have to visit the petrol station regularly? How many times in a shared car household do you get the situation where somebody's come back and not filled the car up and the next morning you're off to use it? Why didn't you fill the car up? You know I've got to go out today. None of that happens in an electric car. It's a lot less stress. It's a lot less time going to petrol stations. Now, I don't like to be the EV evangelist and tell you how wonderful EVs are and how bad petrol and diesel cars are, because I used to drive petrol and diesel cars. I know the difference. I've now driven electric cars since 2018 and I'm very happy. One of the reasons I'm happy is that I don't visit a petrol station. And can you believe that's the main reason why my daughter has gone electric. She's got an electric car as well. And it's not for the money, it's not for the saving, it's not how it drives, she's not green at all. It's just that she doesn't like petrol stations. She hates going to them. And she now loves the idea that you just wake up every morning and the car's full again. She really enjoys that. That is a huge benefit of an electric car. So don't listen to the media, don't listen to the people trying to be all negative. They'll give you the worst case scenario of you have to use a public charging station all the time and the cars have really small batteries and they don't last long. It's complete rubbish. Modern electric cars now are really good. Ours is 4 years old and it can do 260 miles in the winter, over 300 miles in the summer. If we're going over 140 miles, then of course we've got to charge up to come home. But you don't fill up. In a petrol or diesel car, you tend to fill up. Unless you go to a motorway services station and it's 40p, I don't know, 20, 30, 40p a litre more expensive there than where it is at home. Then you'd actually only fill up with what you need and then fill up more cheaply when you get back home. It's the same scenario. You only fill up with what you need at a public fueling station to get yourself back home comfortably. Then you charge up with cheap rate energy again overnight. How often do you go to a garage to fill up your petrol or diesel car? Go on, be honest. How often do you do it? Once a week? Once a fortnight? I don't. I virtually never go to a public fueling station. It's just Susan that does, because she does the longer drives. I don't tend to do them. Most of my journeys are shorter. I never have to do it. Anyway, I hope this little video helps. I hope it helps a few people realise the truth about going electric. It's not as bad as they make out. In fact, it's so much better, which is why when we go electric, we never go back. Take care, see you again soon for more entertaining videos. Well, I hope they're entertaining anyway. Bye for now.